So it's single-handedly one of the most important things in your life. It will make you better looking, have better friends, be happier, have less health concerns, and we aren't doing it. Do you know what it is? Sleep. There's a sleep epidemic. A lot of people aren't getting enough sleep. And this is what that book's about today. It's called Why We Sleep. And it scares the shit out of you in the first part. The reason it does that is to paint the picture of every little bit of hour, every minute you're not getting of enough sleep has implications for the rest of your life. Diabetes, obesity, heart disease, Alzheimer's, depression, the list goes on and on. So a good example is daylight saving. They push an hour forward. There's more admittance in hospital for heart problems. More people die. There's obviously more car crashes as well because people aren't as cognitively aware. Funnily enough, drink driving, like if you pass the legal limit with alcohol, is equal to obviously not getting enough sleep. You could go driving, you could wake up at 7 and then in the early hours of the morning the next day still be awake driving, and you could be equally as impaired as a drunk driver. Which is kind of scary. It's called micro sleeps that your brain does. A few seconds, but that few seconds is life or death. So these are very scary things, but what does he talk about? There's REM sleep and NREM sleep. So rapid eye movement, so it's for dreaming. It solidifies new neural connections. You think of new things. You deal with things emotionally. The other thing is the non-rapid eye movement sleep, whereas more of a deep resting sleep to solidify facts and also deal with the fight or flight response, your stress. So you're going to need it. Now, a lot of people get caught up into melatonin and the circadian rhythm. So the circadian rhythm basically cycles almost perfectly 24 hours, but it needs light to actually gauge that cycle. The problem is people think you can take sleeping pills and melatonin to fix that, but the reality is that's not what makes you sleepy. That's just a way, that's the rhythm you have, the cycle. What actually makes you go to sleep is called adenosine. So once the levels get enough, then suddenly you get tired, you fall asleep. What coffee does, it blocks the receptors so that obviously adenosine, your brain's not receiving it, not getting the signal that you're sleepy. You don't get any extra energy. What it does is it leads to a crash later on. And the thing about coffee is it stays in your system for 5 to 6 hours. There's still 50% of it still in there. So think twice about coffee. The other thing he says, get drunk in the morning. The closer you are to night, the more interrupted your rapid eye movement sleep will be because of the alcohol. The other thing too is obviously there's a genetic disposition for early birds, night owls, and there's somewhere in between. So if you're the type of person that needs more time to get ready in the morning, it's because you're obviously not getting enough sleep at night. So actually starting around 9 or 10 p.m. is going to be more efficient for a night owl. Early bird obviously needs to go earlier and wake up earlier. That's the scary thing about teenagers is they actually need a lot more sleep, but school systems start too early, so they're just going through this endless cycle of not being alert and not learning and feeling a little bit more anxiety because rapid eye movement sleep helps you with the emotional issues. So how do you get more sleep? Pretty simple. So dim the lights before you go to bed. So as little light as possible. Have a hot shower before you go to bed because it lowers your core temperature. That enables you to feel a bit more sleepy. Keep the room cool. That's also an important thing about core temperature is that it slows everything down. And then obviously no coffee, no alcohol if you can avoid it. And try and help yourself emotionally in addressing certain issues before you go to bed because you're going to be thinking it all night. So hope that helped. That's the book. Simple.